Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So prom season has been underway and I've been doing a lot of prom garments, but I have some time in my schedule to sit down and finally get this jacket sewn so I can wear it. I'm super excited for it. If you've been following me, you know I have been using the golden rule. The golden rule is a system. You can go to my past videos. You definitely can see where I have been using it. I have started with pattern number 1. I completed the shirt for it, made some adjustments, but now I am doing the jacket for pattern number 1 and super excited. For this particular pattern, I am using Mediterranean Dreams. It is a stretch cotton sateen by Mood Fabric. It is a Mood Fabric exclusive. I love this fabric. I used a similar pattern for the shirt that I made. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but I love the shirt. I love the feel of it. It was a part of the Mediterranean Dreams. They had a crepe, the sateen, which I've used, and I want to say there's one more. I can't think off the top of my head, but I love the color. Guys, look at that. It's a rich color for it. So I'm excited to see what this jacket is going to look like. I wanted to be able to go through all the pattern pieces with you. If you decide to do the sew along with me, I have changed the sleeve of my jacket for a different feel, but the original pattern pieces are still there. I will go over what you need for the sleeve just in case you want to stick to original without any adjustments. So this jacket does have a lot of pattern pieces to it, and I do advise you, like I did, to write all of them out and to make sure that you have everything that you need. Okay. You're also going to be doing some interfacing. I know it doesn't tell you on the pattern to do interfacing, but I would encourage you to do interfacing. It will help your jacket look a lot more sophisticated. It wouldn't look as homemade. So make sure you're doing the things like interfacing, stay stitching, top stitching, and we're going to go through all of that as we're going through the sew along. Okay, so there's several pattern pieces and I tried to put them in order. I don't know if I achieved that, but we'll go through each one of them. So to help me to be able to keep organized, what I did was I went ahead and put, I don't know if you guys can see it very well there. I put notches. I didn't cut them in, but I drew them in notches so I know which piece goes to what piece, and I'm not trying to scramble to try to figure out what goes. Now, it does go through, and I don't know if you can see it on here. They have alphabets, so like they tell you how to sew along, how they're supposed to go together. There's AA, and then they have BB, you have C and C, D and D, and you're supposed to go through each one to sew them together. They have E. It works if you want to keep referring back to this, but I wanted to make sure that all the pieces that I had are going together well. So I did do notches. So there are several pieces that you're going to have for facing. So this is my peplum facing. I went ahead and completed that, and I also did some interfacing for that. You have your back facing that is on the fold, and of course I have interfacing for that. You have your front facing piece. So, all right, this is your front facing piece. And I also did interfacing. I need to open it, but I also did interfacing for that. Okay. I also did interfacing for part of the pocket flap. So I did interfacing for the bottom half of it to kind of help it look cleaner. And this is your pocket flap. So it doesn't actually have pockets in this particular jacket. I didn't know if I wanted pockets. I went back and forth. I decided against pockets since I'm going to put pockets in my pants for this pattern. All right, so this is my back peplum piece. You cut this on the fold. This is my front peplum piece. It's 2 cuts of this. Now, guys, you want to make sure that you are looking at the grain line when you're cutting it out. It has, when you're making your pattern, if you see this little line, that's for you to follow your grain line. Okay, it's another one right here. So make sure you're following your grain line when you're cutting out your pieces. This is, so this is going to be different. This is my sleeve piece. It's humongous, okay? Because there's a lot to do with it. I actually used McCall 8146. Yeah, 8146 to make my sleeve. So this is my sleeve piece for that. And then we needed some netting to go in the head of the sleeve. If you are following that particular adjustment that I'm making, so you would, like I said, it's McCall's 8146, and you would choose which sleeve you want for that particular pattern. If you are not following me and making that adjustment, then you would need E right here, and you would need 2 pieces, 2 cuts of E for your sleeve, and then you will also need ERR, and you would need 2 cuts of that, and that'll be for your sleeve. Okay, guys, you are going to have your back piece for other jacket, and that is on the fold. Make sure that when you're doing it, that you also are putting in your darts. So I'm going to do them as darts on the pattern. It has it as cutouts, whichever your preference, but make sure you're putting that in your pattern. And the last piece of the pattern is your front, and that's 2 cuts of fabric. Okay, so once you get all of that, all of your pieces cut out, I would go ahead and stay stitch. So stay stitching allows your fabric to stay in place in certain areas. So I normally always stay stitch my necklines. So I would stay stitch this and stay stitch on the back of my jacket. It's up to you, but like I said, it helps give you a cleaner look. It helps in the long run for the longevity of your jacket and it holding its shape. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to stay stitch my pieces. Stay stitching, so you want to do it normally 1/4 of from your seam allowance. So I made my seam allowances 5/8, so I'm going to stay stitch a 1/2 inch. Okay, so go ahead, cut out all your pieces, go ahead and put on your interfacing to those pieces, and go ahead and stay stitch, and then from there we'll start the sewing process. I can't wait. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.